What's up, guys? Welcome back. It's been a little while. I thought I'd do a room tour video, which I've been meaning to do for a while. It's been a while since I've done my last one. I actually did one yesterday. Recorded everything. It was about 20 minutes long, and then when I went to upload it, I realized I was holding the camera vertically, which is no good. So I scrapped it, gave up for the night, and I'm going to attempt it again tonight. So I'm going to try to make it quick. I'm just going to do a brief run around the room. Kind of, if you watch my previous room tour, you'll kind of see there's a lot of differences, a lot of things in different places, and just generally a different look, which I like to do every once in a while. So I thought I would share the room with you now. So not really much more to say. Let's just get into it. I'm going to start with this corner here. This used to be where my Blu-rays were. They kind of cornered here. But now I've put this shelf here, which I keep a lot of my comic book related collectibles and figures and stuff on. I'll just kind of do a quick breeze over it. There's kind of some odds and ends on the top there. And then my artifacts figures, which these are my favorite. I love these. These I'll kind of just pan across so you can see they're really nice. They sit on a magnetic base, which is pretty cool. But yeah, and then just some more statues and figures here, and mostly DC stuff, but I got Spider-Man kind of hanging out in the corner there, but primarily I collect DC stuff. So and then my BVS statues, sadly missing Wonder Woman, which I never found, but keep an eye out for still. And then these shelves, my trade paperbacks, and then some of my television, the X-Men animated series. That's all 5 individual volumes, which seasons, like each one's a season. You just call it volume. Batman animated series, and it's just some odd DVDs there. And then yeah, there's kind of keep my Batman ones first, and it kind of just leads into the rest of my DC and a few Marvel books there at the end. Not a big Marvel reader, but I got some stuff there. And then let's kind of do the rest of this corner. Some prints and posters and stuff I've got. That Justice League poster, I really love that poster. I like to get a full-size theatrical one day, but just some prints that I've had put away for a while that I never really had the wall space for, so I made some wall space. Those are actually photographs of Hot Toys that someone was selling at a convention. Thought were really cool. And my Batman v Superman poster. Yeah, so that's pretty much. Oh, and then down here, just my blue Batman, which is from the comics anyway. That's my favorite Batman look, was the blue. And then scooting over here, there's the Blu-rays. That's where they've gone. So they're just kind of flush along the wall. I've actually purged out a fair amount of Blu-rays recently. Just kind of trying to keep the collection down to just the ones I really like, or things I think I'll rewatch, or it's a lot of my wife's movies as well. So I just found trimmed the fat on a lot of stuff that I felt I didn't need anymore. So still got about maybe 800 or so, but that's just kind of my main collection with the 4Ks, some soundtracks, right there. Just a few, kind of some of my favorites. I got a few more in a bin, but I just want to use the one shelf. Some box sets and digibooks and steel books and stuff. And then starting past the Star Wars there, Disney and Star Wars, it's just my kind of A to Z standard Amory cases. Beside them, it's where I keep my Scream and Shout Factory, Arrow and Criterion, and a little bit of television I have, and then some DVD Criterions there. So that's the Blu-ray collection. Won't go into too much detail. Maybe I'll do a new collection few collection videos again sometime soon. Oh, these are DVD steelbooks that I thought I'd kind of keep close to the other steelbooks. My Civil War poster with Iron Man. That's the Avengers Iron Man, I believe it was. I'm terrible. I don't know the name of all his different suits, so somebody may know which suit that is. But it's from the first Avengers film, or no, it's from Age of Ultron. Sorry, that figure. And then Mickey there with him. You know, they have the same boss now, so. And X-Files, which I did a video on recently. The next wall is more comic book stuff, just some posters and this Marvel canvas, which is pretty cool. I love these group shot posters. I'd like to get this one, this DC one. It's a DC Rebirth poster I just got yesterday. I like to get that on canvas sometime, but it's a great poster. And then this cool DC, it's kind of a glass, framed glass. Or, it's not glass, it's plastic. No, it's glass. I should know, I own it, but whatever. More tins and kind of, I look at this wall and I think I kind of want to simplify it a bit. Maybe just have a couple posters and that's it. Kind of declutter a bit, but maybe the next video I do, it'll be like that. I just feel like there's too many things on the wall, but I have very little wall space and a lot of things I want to hang up. My comic books are next. I have 13 short boxes. They're not all full. Some of them are more full than others, but there's a few that are only maybe a third or 2/3 full. A little top pile is my stuff I'm in the middle of reading that I gotta get to. But they're just kind of sorted by DC Rebirth and New 52, and then just, you know, the DC, random DC stuff. And I keep my Batman and Detective Volume 1, what I have of them, in one box, and then that box is what little Marvel I have. I think the one underneath is just some odds and ends too. And then all my Superman books are in that box, which I really like. If I can find a Batman box like that, I'd probably replace those with it, or replace that box. I like the look of these type of boxes here. But anyway, that's the main comic book collection. Some banks and figures and statues and stuff on top there. Man, I tell you, I apologize if I'm a little... I literally just did all this last night, so I'm kind of rushing through because I just did this, but anyway, this shelf is just a lot of random stuff. Actually, a lot of this shelf are video game related things. That top shelf obviously is not. That's just, you can kind of see what's up there. The Stay Puft Bank and just some random stuff I don't really have a particular place for, so they all go up there. My turtle stuff there, that is the reissue turtle van from a couple years ago that went with these figures here, which I love because really brings me back. I used to buy these all the time as a kid, and they really did a good job recreating the package and the look of the figures and the molds and the weapons. The only thing that really makes it stand out is that classic collection thing in the corner. Otherwise, they look pretty close to what they used to. Anyway, get back to the shelf. My die-cast DeLorean, which I think I mentioned in the video you won't see that I deleted from yesterday, that I actually traded a 3DS for this when the 3DS was only a few months old because I loved it so much. I think I made the offer. A friend of mine took it. So now I'm pretty sure that's worth more than a 3DS is. The Ecto 1. My cool Cuphead cup. And then Snake there. So I really got no other place for him. So he sits there. And then video games and more video games. I don't have a whole ton left, but that's what I got at the moment. The Halo shelf. My God, my brain's not working. I'm also kind of tired, but I'm gonna do this anyway because I want to. So there's the Halo 5 Collector's Edition statue, the Halo 3 Master Chief helmet, and then Master Chief figure just kind of hanging out in there. He's tired too, so he's just kind of taking it easy. And then down here, strategy guides and magazines and just video game stuff. Very bottom there is actually Mad magazines, if you can see under that Halo book. And then here, some film. Sorry, the lighting's really weird because I'm kind of in an awkward spot. Film books, just, you know, film-related books. I don't really have a shelf or anything for them, so they just kind of stack up on that box. Django on top. Billy and Jason hanging out down there. So, yeah, he's got a squeeze around here. DVDs. Not much to say about those. There's DVDs. Gotten rid of a lot of DVDs lately. All the television you see there, they're all in bins. So as I cleared out DVDs, I was able to pull some of the TV shows out of the bins and get them up on the shelf. But so technically the shelf is still full, but had I not done that, it would have been like half empty. Because just been getting rid of a lot of the DVDs. Just don't need them anymore, and lets me get stuff out of the bin so I can put other stuff in the bins where they were. So speaking of which, there's the bins. Just storage. CDs, books, stuff I just don't really have any other room for. My laptop. This wall is blank. I think I'm going to get a Justice League poster for that wall. There's a horizontal poster I've seen in a couple places that's pretty nice, that I think is going to go right in that spot. Then my guitars, just more, just, you know, some posters, just stuff that I'll just kind of jam in this corner. Stuff I don't really have a place for, that just fill that space. And oh, hello, there's my Batman. It's my Arkham City Batman statue, which I did show my last room tour video, but in case you didn't watch that and you're watching this for the first time, I won that in a draw from Warner Brothers, which was pretty much the luckiest thing I've ever had done to me in terms of contests and draws and prizes and stuff. Had done to me is not the right term. Luckiest thing I've ever won, I'll just say that. I've never won anything else close to this in my life. Yeah, pretty, needless to say, the kind of the highlight of my collection of geeky junk. So, and from, I think, the X-Files unboxing I did, I showed you this guy here. That's kind of what I use as my cutting tool, because it's broken at the tip there. Anyway, it came off of this statue. See? I removed them because I would constantly get stabbed and caught on them as I was making my way around the statue. That one that I showed you there, that's stabbed. That's really sharp, so it hurts. Never actually stabbed myself, never drew blood or anything, but you get poked by that, it's not comfortable. So I just took them off. So that's Batman. And then some more kind of comic book related books and magazines and stuff, and more bins. This chair here is just kind of use it to, I read comics in it, basically. That's what it's there for. We when we got our dog, we have a big bed that goes in our living room, so I had to move this chair out, so I thought I'd put it in here and just use it as kind of a reading chair or sitting chair or whatever you do in chairs. I guess you sit in chairs, don't you? So it's a sitting chair, but I'll pull that out of the way and get into the last kind of leg of the room. It's just basically a big rectangle. My pop vinyls, which I've done videos on them before. They don't get a lot of attention. Like I've done a couple pop vinyl, and I haven't done any since because, I mean, I guess people just aren't interested, which is fine. I'm not really a pop vinyl channel. And I mean, pop vinyl videos are a dime a dozen out there, so kind of decided to stop doing videos on them, but I'll show them a bit in my video here. I basically keep my bigger box stuff on top of this case. Inside the case are my chases and a couple special ones that I have come across. And then this first shelf is mostly film and television. Actually, the first two shelves. So I kind of keep them organized as best I can. There's a lot of horror up here. And then here we get more television, Stranger Things, Walking Dead. And then we get down into animation. So like BoJack Horseman and a few Rick and Morty pops, and then my Turtles, and then more television with the Power Rangers pops I got there. And then this next shelf, I'm gonna move this chair back, is more television, so Batman animated series. Almost the full set. I'm missing, well, the Robot Batman, I have the chase and the glass, and I'm missing the Mr. Freeze, which is part of a subscription box, I believe. I think that's all there are. Just Mr. Freeze is the only one I don't physically have, but one day I might come across him. There might be another one I'm not thinking of, but and then Gotham, and then the rest I think are all movies. So Back to the Future, some Tarantino stuff, Taxi Driver, Godfather, and we get into Star Wars, and there's Arrested Development in there too. Then my only pop rocks, the Metallica set. And then thought I heard my cat come in here, but I guess not. And then these two shelves, even though you see technically some of them are movies and TV, but these are mostly all my DC related pops. So on the left you see Suicide Squad, BVS, a couple Flash, CW Flash pops, and then on this one Justice League and Wonder Woman. But then here is like comic book primarily, so just characters from the comics. Not really, a lot of them aren't based on anything too specific. Like that Flash is New 52, and that is the Flashpoint Martha Wayne and Flashpoint Thomas Wayne, which are probably two of my favorite pops, at least in my top 5, those two pops. Then some more, a couple lanterns, a couple of different Flash pops, and then some Teen Titans Go, and the Legends I have just because it's Hawkman, and I like that pop. I don't watch the show really, but I think it's a cool looking Hawkman. And then more, we're getting into like the Arkham and Dark Knight trilogy pops, and the Batman 66. So I mean, they're technically television, but I like to keep them with my DC stuff. The animated series ones would be here if I had the room, but they're over there. And then the last shelf, like I said, Justice League and Wonder Woman, and then Batman specifically fills up most of this shelf, including the Imposters, which I don't know. I think the jury's out on whether those are supposed to be the villains dressed as Batman or Batman dressed as the villain, but I'm pretty sure by the title it is the villains dressed as Batman. So technically they're not Batman pops, but hey, what you gonna do? And then a few Dark Knight Returns, and then, oh, look at that, Marvel. I do have Marvel pops. That's what this bottom shelf is. When I say Marvel, they're mostly MCU, but lighting's really bad on these bottom shelves. I apologize, but some Ragnarok and Civil War and Guardians, and then a couple Deadpools that are comic book related, but We got the movie Deadpool. I think that's supposed to be the movie. Maybe not. Yeah. That's the end. Oh, that X-23 pop I really love. It's really good. But, and then over here, my Dorbs. Nobody likes Dorbs. It's sad. I kind of do. They still put them out though, so some people, enough people out there must like them. But man, people really don't seem to like Dorbs that much. So anyway, that's all I got. That's the room. Wow, this is actually a little bit longer than the video was yesterday that I did. Felt like I really rushed through that, but really not much more to say about it. This is my room. This is where I keep all my junk, and so it's not spread throughout the entire house. Good size room, but man, I still have so much stuff that I just don't have room for. I try to get rid of stuff and purge stuff out, and you feel like you made a difference, and the next thing you know, you got bins piled up. But yeah, let's do a quick once around here. But yeah, let me know what you think. Anything you would do differently, and you set up differently. Like I said, I'm moving this room around and changing things around almost daily. I'm sure between now and when I go to sleep, something in here will be changed. Because that's just what I do. But yeah, let me know what you think. Love it, hate it. What should I change? Where should I move? Give me some ideas. I'm open for ideas. And then I'll revisit this in a few months. Maybe I'll do another room tour in a few months and you'll see just how things have changed. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next video.